Coach, just talk about KJ's performance tonight. 1 assist drive, triple-double.
Well, I thought that she really set the tone for us. We had a game plan offensively that we wanted to go to. We were either going to get to the rim, score in the paint, get to the foul line, and then we would make open shots if we got those off penetration. And when she realized who was guarding her, which was a much smaller defender, we've been talking to her all year about how she doesn't have to get to the rim to be effective, and she just lifted and just shot the ball over, and the pull-up jumper was very effective for her. But that goes to her credit. That's something we've been working on with her all year, and she realized the mismatch and took advantage of it.
For as good offensively as she was and several other players on the team, I felt like defense really turned this game around. You're down 15-8. All of a sudden, you guys get points off turnovers for the rest of the game. What changed?
I thought that for the first time all year, we were collectively 5 people on the floor. It didn't matter who the rotation was, who was in, but we were talking. We were doing what we were supposed to do. We were in our help defense. We didn't let the Alexander kid to really hurt us as much as we've let Post hurt us, and that's totally due to the rotations. And we worked really hard on that this week in preparation for her, and the kids just did a really good job. But communication is key defensively, and I felt like we had a lot of leadership on the floor tonight doing that.
You guys suffered from some foul trouble at the beginning of the game, and with Crane and Bethea out, everybody else just stepped up, including KJ, obviously. Just talk about what it was like to have your team play as well as they did with some of your key players sitting on the bench.
Well, I thought one of the keys to the victory was Paige Barrett. I thought she came in and she really competed. She was way undersized, but she's very physical. She competes against KJ, guards her every single day, so she's used to that physicality. And I thought her just being physical and moving and basically making it really hard on Alexander, even if she caught the basketball, and then allowing our rotations to help her. I thought she was a big reason that we won the game. I thought everybody that came in helped us in some way. I thought Mary Jones did a good job defensively as well. She's a big, strong guard, and we were able to put her down low at times to help us out and to get to our shooters. So I thought those 2 bench players really came in and gave us a big spark.
You talked Monday about Alexander being that presence and having to possibly send help. It didn't seem like y'all sent a whole lot of help her way and held her to 10 points. What was the defensive game plan coming in on her?
Well, we did send more help than it probably appeared, but what we were doing is we were sending help on the backside as well. So if she did push us up to the top, we got in front of her and we had some backside help. They didn't get a whole lot of lobs to her tonight, but it was just a good job rotating. The Fallon kid is what I consider the glue to their team, and she got 3 threes off in the first half, and we talked about that at halftime, and we said that whatever we do, we have to rotate to her. We have to make sure she doesn't get going in the second half. She probably scored in the second half, but I don't think she made any threes, and I thought that was key. Our guards just did a really, really good job of guarding the perimeter.
Is this as close to a complete game that y'all played in a while?
I think so. We break the game down into 6 5-minute segments. Or excuse me, 8 5-minute segments, and I thought we got beat 2 segments of that. So for us to go and really only lose what I feel like is a quarter worth of basketball out of 4 is pretty good for us. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't comfortable at halftime. We don't play well in the second half. I was worried that we would come out and we'd get complacent and we would go away from the things that made us successful, but we didn't do that. And that's one of the first times that we came out and we kind of did what got you there type play. We took advantage of the mismatches for them defensively. We continued to press and get to the rim and to get to the foul line. And of course, it helps when you make shots. I mean, we shot a high percentage today.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know it's kind of obvious, and you don't like looking at big picture stuff right now, but coming off a couple losses in a row, how big is this to get that win and get the team mindset, heading into these final 4 games?
Well, it was a must-win today. I mean, we've got people below us winning games, trying to catch up with us, and this was an opportunity, for the people in front of us to even get a bigger spread on us. This was one of those must-win games for us this year, and we have tend to step up and play well and win those games when our backs are against the wall. We talked a lot about a strong finish, and it's not just saying it's not a statement, it's not a logo, it's a mindset. And your mindset has to be that we're going to go down fighting till there's nothing else to fight for. And I thought tonight, for the first time, our kids understood that sense of urgency. They followed the game plan. They played well together. I thought this was the best team basketball on both ends of the floor that we've played all year. And it's hard to say when you have a kid score almost 40 points. But she scored those 40 points because other people did what they were supposed to do to allow her to get those points. So it was a very well-rounded team effort.
KJ recently cracked 2,000 career points. Can you expand a little bit on that?
Well, we're just really pleased with how well she's done this year. I'm going to tell you, we're a lot alike. People make that comment all the time. She's hard-headed. She's competitive. We don't like to lose. But, you know, she has really embraced me as her coach, and I really appreciate that from her because, you know, she's done a lot of things. She scored a lot of points. She's kind of been the leader of this team before I got here, and she's allowed me to coach her. She's very coachable. She's done an amazing job of getting her teammates involved. I know KJ will be extremely proud of the 2,000, and she'll be proud of the 39 or 40 she got tonight. But the number one thing KJ is going to be proud of is the win, and that's what makes her special.
6 assists for Janika Griffith-Wallace, no turnovers. How big can the backcourt be when she's playing that way?
Well, I mean, we talked, a conversation I had with her is I need you to be consistent, I need you to take care of the basketball, and I need you to do your strengths. And she did that tonight. She took care of the ball. She didn't turn the ball over. She's one of the only lead guards that I feel like that we have that can get us an offense and that can do things. She's very athletic. I thought she made some really good passes. I thought her presence on the floor allowed KJ to do what she was able to do, because if we did kick out, then we just went back to the screen to get to the rim. And she did a really good job of reading the defense, and I thought defensively she played well tonight. She got in the passing lane. She had a lot of deflections, got some steals, and in transition she made really good decisions.
Weird turnaround for Saturday. You're at home tonight, you hit the road probably tomorrow, I'd assume. Talk about SIUE and that you almost got a win when they played here not too long ago. Just talk about what they bring and what kind of challenges your team's going to have against them.
Well, they're 10-2. They're playing well. They've played well all year. Paula's done a really good job with that team. I think they had lost 7 straight games coming into conference play, and to turn things around like she did, they've got some size that'll give us issues. But they just got kids that are making plays, and people are playing them close, but they're finding a way to win, and that is a sign of them being a very good basketball team. So they had an extra day to prepare for us because they played yesterday. We're not going to have as long to prepare for them. So we've got to watch film. We've got to get our scout. We have, things that we know that we need to change from the last time we played them. I think they went to the foul line like 38 times the first time we played them. So we got to do a better job of playing defense without fouling. But going to SIUE Saturday is big for us. I mean, we have yet to put consecutive good games together and win consecutive games. So if we can go on the road, we can play the type of basketball that we played today, we could somehow find a way to win that game, then we're right back in the race. And that's where we want to be. That's our end goal, is to get to Evansville.
It would have been great. I'm not upset about it at all. I'm glad I got the opportunity to even be able to be in that position to get that. I should have got it earlier, my last assist earlier in the game, but I didn't know until the last huddle. My coach was like, you're 1 assist away. And then every time I didn't get it, she would look at me and say, last chance. And I'm like, okay, this is my last chance. But I'm not upset about it at all. I'm glad that I was even in that position. Like I said, it's not a big deal.
How do you describe when you're playing like that? You scored a career-high 41 points. You're just 5 points off of the single-game career record.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like I'm so locked in to the point where the rim is huge. Like, it's to the point where, like, I can't miss. I feel like I couldn't miss at one point. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, I was really looking at my hands like, when did you become this good? Like, honestly. Like, and not trying to sound cocky or anything, but it was just like, once I hit that 3rd or 4th jumper and I hadn't missed a jumper yet, I'm like, okay, tonight's going to be a good game. Like, so it was just one of those games where I just felt like I couldn't miss.
You guys were down 15-8 early. In your eyes, as one of the main players, what do you feel like changed for you?
When we were in that huddle, I'm not going to lie, I said a couple things in that huddle that probably lit a fire in a lot of people. Like, I'm not the nicest in the huddle when we're down. I'm not going to lie. But it's not to be mean, it's to motivate them. So mostly I feel like it was just like they saw me fired up, and it was like, come on. Like, we're not losing this game. They're not better than us. And then everybody came together and they started playing. So they responded the exact way I needed them to respond. So